So this is the development screen. As you can see, there's the different car parts, chassis, engine, electronics, mechanics, aerodynamics, with these risk 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%, which I'll be explaining in just a minute. But for now, let's go to the improvements page, where it gives you an overview of not only your team's car parts, but every team in your season, as well as how good their engineers are, which determines how good their car parts are. For example, we have the best aerodynamics engineer and electronics engineer. Therefore, for now anyways, we have the best electronics and the best aerodynamic parts of the car. For red, for example, chassis, engine, and mechanics gives them the best parts in those categories. How this works is that from race to race, these parts will improve or not. But you'll see them at the beginning of every new race, at the beginning of every new event, basically. And what this means also is that although, for example, Cyan has one of the weaker teams, which as you can see gives them the weaker parts, it does not mean that they'll always be the weakest team, because since your parts get better, improve from race to race, they'll improve as well, depending obviously on a number of factors. But as we go back to the previous page, this is what decides how your parts improve. So if I were to choose, for example, aerodynamics with a risk of 10%, it means that they'll improve, well, first they'll improve, but only a little bit at a time. So it's not a risk in the sense that, at least for 10%, 20%, that they will or won't improve. It just means that they'll improve at a smaller increment. While if you choose a risk of 50%, means that at the end of the race and for the beginning of the next race, your parts will either improve by a large increment or they won't improve at all. So therein lies the risks, basically, is you can choose a lower risk, which means it'll improve at a smaller increment, or you could choose a larger risk, which means you'll either get a large improvement or none at all. This system is the same for the computer teams as well, meaning the AI will make the same choices. They won't make the same choices you do, but they have the same choices in the sense that for their engine, for their mechanics, for their electronics, they'll be choosing a risk from 10 to 50% value as well, which will determine how well their parts improve.